Welcome everybody to video number 29, and as promised, what we'll be doing for this video is a multiple graph task 1. So what I found is something quite relevant for the times. So we have a bar graph over here, and then we have a table over there, and this is actually a modified pie chart over here. So the figures that are shown are from a U.S. state, in particularly in North Dakota. So North Dakota is actually, if this were the map of the United States, you would find this state somewhere in the middle of the country, towards the north. In fact, the northern border of North Dakota is actually Canada already. And what you have here are figures from March 28, 2020. So this must have been taken during the early stages of the coronavirus pandemic and how it affected that particular state. So that being the case, then if we are to recall the four attributes of tensing, nominal traps, finding the overview, and the right cluster, then we can now surmise from the data that all the tenses that we'll be using will be in the past tense. So let's type that over here. Tensing will be in past tenses. Okay, alternately, what you can do is you can use the present tenses as well, but when you use the present tense, what you're inferring is that you're describing the information as it's being shown to you right now. You can use that as well. However, what you shouldn't do is to mix the past and the present tenses liberally. So that's gonna result in a lot of deductions. So just to be safe, since you see that the information is from the past, then you might as well just stick to the time frame of the past tenses. Okay, let's go into the nominal traps there. So let's look at the graph more closely. So data source is from the North Dakota Department of Health, Division of Disease Control. So in this bar graph, what we can see are the age groups, number of cases affected by age groups. So apparently the y-axis refers to the number of cases. So we can see that in the age group of the 30 to 39-year-old population, there are 17 cases at this age group. So this actually this figure was really in the early stages of the outbreak in Dakota. Dakota is actually right beside Minnesota on the right. If you look at the map, right, Minnesota has around 10,000 cases. I think this rural state has more or less around 2,000 cases. I'm really not sure. And so those are the age groups. And then let's look at the table. So the source of exposure. So we can see where the contractions or the exposures came from over here. And we can see the ratio of males to females. So you can see it's indicated there that more males are affected, although only by a slight percentage. Okay, so for the nominals, watch out for these labels over here, like community spread. So remember, information in graphs are contracted. So for example, when you see the word travel, please make sure that you don't copy paste that nominal into the essay. What happens in the essay is this nominal now becomes significantly longer. So what you're gonna be saying now is that people from North Dakota who were exposed through traveling, something like that. So it's a long nominal. So like community spread, like a vast majority of people in this state contracted the virus through community spread. You just don't say community spread. Okay. So those are the nominal traps over there. Like for example, for this pie chart, you see female and male, but of course, since as I stated earlier, information or labels in graphs are contracted. So of course, you don't wish to imply that you're just referring to one male person or one female person. So when you describe this in the essay, make sure that they are pluralized accordingly. So like the 43% of those who contracted the virus were males. So make sure you have the S over there. So that's another nominal trapper over there. So apparently so far we can see that the tensing is simple. We can easily see the tenses from the time frame over here. But when it comes to the nominals, it suddenly becomes very tricky. Like for example, look at these age groups. So age groups are really a problem with many students. So please just don't state 30 to 39. What you should instead say is that it's a really a long phrase, like people between the ages of 30 to 39 years old. That's really a long nominal phrase. So let's type the nominal traps here. So for example, 30 to 39. So what you can say is something like, hold on, 30 to 39. So what we can say is people between the ages of 30 to 39 years old. But when you look at the graph, what you only see is 30 to 39 because, like I mentioned, on labels in graphs like this are highly contracted. You cannot copy paste these labels into a proper essay. So in your essay, this is how it should look like. People between the ages of 30 to 39 years old, or maybe something like those between 30 to 39 years old, something like that. Okay. Or like for example, if you look at the this nominal over here, 80 plus. So for 80 plus, for example, you just cannot say 80 plus. What you should instead say is something like people over here. Hold on, I'm looking for the plus sign. Okay, I found it. There. Uh, People or those over 80 years old. Okay, or maybe you can say geriatrics, something like that. All right. Those are not nasty nominal trappers as well. We've seen nominal traps in practically every graph. And then watch out for these figures. So these apparently aren't percentages, which I thought it to be initially, but actually they are actual number of cases per capita. So like this is for every person. It's a count of the number of persons who were uh, infected. All those are the nominal traps. So, what's the next criterion we're looking for? The overview and the cluster. Let's go into the cluster first. So, basically, the most challenging of the clusters is the bar graph over here. So there's so much information to mention, but like what we've been doing in the last rounds, what we do is to highlight the highest and then cluster the rest. So we can see that people between 30 to 39 years old, or maybe you can also say 30 to 39 year olds, something like that. That's also an acceptable nominal. 30 to 39 year olds, or middle aged middle aged people. All right, there. Okay. So people 30 to 39 year olds account for the most number of cases at 17 at the time of the survey. So I should have said accounted. All right. And then maybe we can cluster that with 16 over here, so since they're so close to each other. So we'll cluster these two together. with the 60 to 69 year olds numbering at 16. And then what we can do next is we can cluster these three together as a range. So the other age groups with numbers ranging from 10 cases to 14 cases, okay, follow, include those in their 40s, you can say that, those in their 40s, their 50s, as well as those in their the young adults. Okay, so we've clustered these three together. And then let's cluster these two together. Or maybe we can just say that the rest of the figures indicate relatively insignificant results. So you don't have to mention these two or those two over there. Alright, that's how we would cluster this particular bar graph. And then for the table, so we'll mention community spread. Majority of those who contracted the virus acquired this through community spread. And then nearly a quarter, so that's the next cluster at 23%, contracted the virus through various travels. Or maybe what we can say is community spread and those with close contact with a infected person there account for the vast majority. So we can combine these two together at 32 and 7 cases respectively. And then for travel, we can combine that with that one over there. So that's another cluster. And then meanwhile, we can say that the rest of the contractions or the rest of the cases are were still under investigation. And then when it comes to the pie chart over here, we can just say that basically the as regards to the gender, the infection rate is more or less equal. The virus doesn't discriminate, so it's infected males and females almost equally. That's it. So that's our cluster. And now we have come to the overview, overview statement. So we can say that the research has tried to identify particular information related to the early spread of the coronavirus in North Dakota. It can be seen that the majority of transmissions were either through local community spread or through travels conducted by its citizens, with the ratio of infection not discriminating between genders, and the biggest age profile belonging to two brackets, the 30 to 39 year olds and the 60 to 69 year olds. So in multiple graphs, what you should do for your overview is to come up with an overview statement that incorporates all this information together to come up with a very unitary overview statement there. So that's it. So this is how our overview statements would look. Uh, based um, based on the early studies conducted by the South Dakota government, it is apparent that the majority of the infected cases were um, contracted either through community spread uh, or through traveling outside, in and out of the state. So that's for the table. And with the virus apparently not discriminating any gender on any gender, striking males and females near equitably. That's for the pie chart. And there. And uh, like if you look at the age brackets, it's more or less really evenly spread over the Middle Ages, right? So maybe we can mention that uh, mostly people from their 20s to their 70s. Okay. And people in their young adult stage to middle aged stages being the uh, most representative of the case counts. There. That's the long overview statement. I mean, the overview statement took me around 30 words already. I do believe. No, it's already at 70 words, so this is not gonna be a problem as regards to the word count. So, final look at the multiple graph, and for video 30, we've already reached video 30. How fast time flies. So, for video 30, what we're gonna do is we're gonna write this down in real time, and so you will see how it looks like when the writing comes. Okay, again, if there are any questions, again, the lesson here is on multiple graphs and how we use the four attributes to attack multiple graphs like this. If there are any questions, feel free to just message me or just posit your comments below, questions in the comment section below, and don't forget to click subscribe. And I'll see you in video 30, everybody. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.